So today we're going to show you how we customize a hair and scalp topper for each client that sits in our chair. So the solution this customer has chosen is a hair and scalp prosthetic made by hand in Italy by CRLAB. The tone of the skin material is matched to her skin color. May I have your hand? So you can see it matches her skin complexion. And then we, 3 months ago, when we ordered this hair system for her, made what we call a by-cast. The by-cast gives us an idea of where her hair system is to fit into the scheme of things. So once we have the by-cast laid in place, we trace the area where it's going to fit into her hair. This gives us a really good idea of where we're going to be using the medical grade adhesive to do a long hair bond today. A lot of people think that when their hair is starting to thin, that they need to remove the hair underneath the prosthetic, and that's just not so. So today we're going to actually show you how we bond right over her original hair. So now, this is the color that we originally ordered, which is a natural virgin hair. This hair has not been chemically processed, but now we need to make this blend in and look like her. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find what her natural root color is. So her natural root color kind of appears to be a level 3 or 4, a little on the ashy tone. So we're going to take this from the back and we're going to add some root color and we're going to add lowlights before we bond this to her. First color application is going to be root color to customize her hair and scalp prosthetic so it matches her hair to a T. Adding the little customized tidbits to hair is the reason that you come to a professional hair replacement center rather than just ordering something online that may or may not match. We have 33 years experience in business, so we know how the hair is going to react, and we are master colorists. By adding all these little extra touches, it will make a seamless integration into the client's hair. To add dimension into the hair, again, this is part of the customization that makes us a little bit different than other hair replacement centers. Because this hair is 100% virgin hair, what that means is it has all of its keratin strength. It has not been chemically processed. So now we're seeing the color variation, the low lights look amazing. So now we're just going to wash this off and see what we've got. We're going to prepare her scalp for the medical grade adhesive so that her prosthetic will stay in place for up to a month. This kind of gets all her hair to lay in place, and it also provides a thin layer of protection for the skin to accept the medical grade adhesive. All the products that we use are chemically balanced with the biomedical material of her CNC. Because she is a long hair bond and it's summertime, we leave a little gap in the adhesive for any extra perspiration to wick out. This biomedical material has antifungal and antibacterial properties to it. All of the adhesives we use and all of the products that we use, all the products that touch the biomedical material are tested in the laboratory in Bologna, Italy, to work very well with this material. So now we're going to place her CNC. And now that the CNC is seated in place, we're going to cut and trim it to style it for her. And you can see the color that we've integrated into the CNC matches her perfectly. So now I've sliced around her face to give her some beautiful angles to shape her style. The most important thing with the CNC is that the hair is so perfect, we want to kind of rough it up just a little bit. So we're going to go in with some deep angles and just texturize that hair. It'll add a natural feel, kind of lighten up that CNC, and most importantly, make it move a little bit better so that it's not so heavy in her face. Baby hairs are very important along the edges, so that if she wants to pull her hair back, she has a little bit of hair that's going to kind of angle down in the face. So again, to blend into this area when someone's own hair is thinner, you absolutely need those baby hairs to soften that up so that if she pulls her hair back in a ponytail, she's got these little hairs that are just going to intermix from the CNC into her own hair. And I know this is the hardest part for people to see is that, oh my gosh, they already have thin hair, they don't want to see me taking hair out of their CNC, but without that little bit of movement and that little bit of texturizing, it just doesn't look as natural. But you can see as I'm working with this hair, just the sheer quality of the Cesar Ragazzi hair. I mean, you can totally tell the difference between this type of a system and something you're going to pick up online or at a wig shop. So I always say a CNC is the way to go when you're just looking for your own natural growing hair. Because a CNC is about the closest you're going to get to the way it reacts. I mean, this is her own hair, and this is her CNC. I mean, it's a flawless line. And the more that we work with the hair, the more it looks like a natural blonde. It doesn't look like a wig sitting on top of her head. And if you look at the top section here, you know, she's in a restaurant, people are looking at her, they're not going to see anything sewed to a material. Each hair is injected one hair at a time in a high quality laboratory, so you don't have to worry about any kind of contaminations or bacterias because of the fact that everything's made in a laboratory. So as you're working with your CNC, It's really important to shampoo daily. You want to make sure that the hair and scalp are thoroughly cleaned. And what's really important is when you get out of the shower, towel dry the hair by patting and not aggressively, rubbing the hair back and forth, right? Because you have to remember that any friction over time causes hair loss. Well, that can be said for your hair replacement system as well. So every day you're going to shampoo with the direction of the hair, okay? And your 3 core products that you're going to use by CRLAB are your shampoo, your conditioner in the shower, and your spray and leave-in conditioner called Milk Spray. The Milk Spray is going to coat the hair to protect it from sunlight. It does have SPF factors, but all of the products are balanced to work very well with the CNC without damaging the hair and without damaging your scalp.